Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This video today I want to show you a new way. So this is an update version of how you can actually scrape job websites and find specific query. Like for example, if you are looking for Google Ads, that will be the example that I'll give you today. How can you actually contact those people, send emails and a sequence fully automated. This is actually a response from a previous video of ours. So that we did like Indeed job automation, I think like a couple of months ago, and we got a couple of comments and people saying that that was not working anymore. And the main reason for that was we were using an RSS feed that Indeed will give to us, and then we will scrape the RSS feed. So every time there was like a new job posting there, we will do the same kind of process that you guys see here on the screen, and basically they actually end up closing the RSS feed. So technically you cannot use it anymore. So this is actually an updated one. We're using an API, and in this video I'll show you that this API in particular scrapes a bunch of job websites. So not only Indeed, but like Adzilla, Recruiter.com. So it's even better because it actually fetch data from different places. And we will do another video after this one with just Indeed, if you guys wanna interested in just Indeed and to scrape those. But I think this is a pretty cool one. This is what we use currently, and we just tested out a couple, I think like yesterday or something, that we're testing out this new one. So I just want to make a video for you guys and show you exactly how you can leverage, because this is actually hot leads. Okay, and I was checking the video the other day that they were talking about hot leads, and one of the main things that they were doing, and we do this for a really long time, and actually our first, I think like 10 clients even back in the days was just doing this, which was basically going to a job posting, people looking for like Google Ads, and we just send them a message or an email, in this case saying, hey, I saw that you are looking for a Google Ads full-time person, how about you can actually hear from us, hear what we have to sell you, and just have a contractor instead. We will be way cheaper for you. You don't have to pay all the taxes and all the things that are attached to hiring someone full-time. So it's way cheaper for it. And we got a lot of responses that way, and we still continue during even today to do that. And this is like an upgrade version of it because it's fully automated. You don't have to touch it, and every single day basically what we'll do is that we will find jobs that have like a specific keyword, like in our case, in this case is Google Ads UK. Okay, so it's specific for just UK and Google Ads. It will search for job sites. Then ChatGPT, basically what we'll do is that he will read the entire descriptions, and they will tell us, in our case, again, this is like an extra step, it will tell us like if it's like another marketing agency or like a recruiting agency, and it will not approve that job. If it's like a normal company, it will continue, and then we will find the domain, we will find the person, email, we validate the email, then it goes to our Instantly account, which is our email autoresponder. We have like a full follow-up sequence, and it's full personalized. We will say exactly where we saw the job posting, that what they're looking for. So it's really personalized, what we actually raise the chances of getting a response. And then we get a Slack message, it updates our block list, so it does the entire, basically like a CDR, just 24/7 on job posts, sending message. Okay, that's pretty much it, and that's what I want to show you today. If you are watching this video and not on our community or watching this video elsewhere, just below you'll find all the links that you can actually join our community. Inside of our community, we will give you this entire automation file there. So you just have to export, or in this case import for yourmake.com, and basically you don't have to do anything. You just have then fulfill your information, the type of search that you want to do, and it's fully made for you. Okay, so if you are inside of our community, check below this video. You'll find all the files. You'll find also every single URL or prompts that we needed. We'll find that below. Okay, so let's start. I will go break down one by one. Again, I don't want to push too long of this video. I just want to tell you what is possible. And again, the beautiful thing about this automation is that we can replicate and just do other searches. So for example, right now I think we have 5 of these. One for Google Ads UK, Facebook Ads UK, PPC marketing, PPC manager, whatever you want, right? And this works basically with most everything, right? Like if you are a web design agency, you can look for job posts for web designers. if you are programming or like a web developer agency, you can do this for, you know, Python coding or something like that, right? Because the beautiful thing about this, like, they are hot leads, right? So there are people exactly looking, you know, they already think about it that, oh, we need this person, we already have the money to hire someone. So, you know, they are actually pretty close to close in this case. So they're not just cold, right? It's way better than just sending like a cold email for like an e-commerce store that nobody knows you about it, right? So this is way easier. Okay, so the main thing, and if you watch the Indeed video, you already know that a part of this from here to the top is the same. We just changed the first part where we get the information from the job websites. If you don't watch that video, it's not updated anymore, so just check this one, and again we will do another video later just for Indeed only. Okay, but basically what we use, it's make requests as a first step, and we use a website called RapidAPI. Guys, if you don't know this website, this will be one of your best friends from now on. If you are into make.com, into Zapier, this is a really cool website. So basically what this website is a bunch of people and a bunch of coders and developers. They create their own API connections between platforms, right? And then what basically they allow you to use their API, and they charge you for, you know, the amount of transactions that you do, like a little bit like make.com. So instead of you have to, you know, talk to like the, you know, the page itself, or for example Indeed, you need to contact Indeed, you need to fulfill a form for a developer kind of license, you need to ask for the API, you need to have the tokens, expired token, blah blah, all that stuff. Here someone else already did that for you, and you just use their own API and you pay by the usage. So it's really amazing, guys. You have so many things here, like as you guys can see here, you have like a Zillow one, Instagram scraper, LinkedIn, so many things, guys. This is by category. You can even have, like, for example, the top flights from New York to London every single day in your Gmail, for example, because it connects the API to like Skyscraper or Booking, for example, whatever it is. So this is a really cool website, guys. And the cool about this is that they give you a free kind of, normally most, I would say 90% of them give you a free kind of usage, so you can test it out for free. And some of the times it's actually enough for the automation that you need. And you'll see that for this job search, is actually, they give you a lot. I think it's 200 searches per month, so it's plenty to use, right? So you don't need to pay it, and normally when you need to pay is like $10, $15, right? So it's really cheap, and you don't need to be a developer. You can just borrow their API and use it on your make.com. Okay, and that's what we will do today. Basically what I did was I searched for jobs, and it's basically this one here, okay, G search. But if I click enter, you can find a lot of them, so you can test other ones. Like as you can see, there is a LinkedIn job one, which is probably the next video I will say to you, that I will give to you. This is really cool because you can search for LinkedIn jobs and we can use the exact same automation. But this one is really cool. It searched for all public job sites, all of them. LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, ZP Recruiter. As you guys can see here, if we open up, you can come here on your left side. Let me just push this a little bit so if you guys can see it. If you go to here to app overview, API overview, you guys can see everything from the person. So this is a creator, OpenWeb Ninja. Kudos to you. I'm not affiliated to him, but the guy makes really cool APIs. But as you guys can see, you can read the entire thing, what offers, and some like endpoints and so on. But you don't need to be a coder, and I'll show you how to do it. So basically, the first thing you need to do is subscribe to test. Okay, and you know, if you click here to subscribe to tests, you see that there is a start free plan here. Okay, if you click here, you click subscribe, it's free, and let me know what you think. Skip this, you can skip to get started. Okay, and basically, as you guys can see here, it gives you your own API key. Okay, so basically this is where you spend most of your time. You have everything here that you need. So let's go back to make. Okay, so you already subscribe, it's free, and again you can go to an API overview again, and if you click on the basic one, you can see whatever they want. So they have 200 per month, okay, for free. So let's go back to search. Let's go to here on the left side. So then this is the endpoint. This is what you can actually do for this API. So you can do a job search. You can search for job details. You can do for estimate job salaries. and you can do some job search filters. Okay, the one that we will use is job search because we want to search for jobs. And again, here is all the information. It seems a little bit complicated, but it's not, and I'll show you how to do it. So basically, the first thing that you do is a HTTP make a request. Is this one here? You go all the way down, make a request. Okay, so this will be our step. So what we did was every single day at 9 a.m. it will run a search for jobs, and we'll send all the emails. Okay, so the first thing, as you guys can see, you need to fulfill everything in here, okay, in order to grab the stuff. Okay, so as you can see here, with the first thing that we have, this one you can leave it like this. The first thing that you will need to put it is the URL. So the URL, you come here, and it's basically this one here. Okay, on your right side, I prefer to do the code snippet rather than this part. So first of all, it's a get automation or a get request. Get is when you get information from the website or from the API. If it's a post, is you sending information to that platform or to that site. Okay, so we need to get. Okay, we need to get information from the website. So it's a get, and here is the URL. And the URL, in this case, we will grab until the search and the question mark. Okay, just because when it starts to say query is like the parameters that you'll use. Okay, and that is for a second step that I will show you. So you'll grab from the comma all the way to the question mark, and you copy, and you come here and you put it here. Okay, copy and paste here. Then you say no, you can get this method as I show you. It's a get, so you get the get, and then you have the headers. And for the header, you just have to click here, add a header. It will appear this name and value. Name and value is always the same thing. You always have a name and a value. So the two headers that you can see here, you can come in here. There is two, as you can see here. And if you don't see anything, sometimes you cannot see it here. Some people put it there, here or not. But you can see the headers here. You see here, one header. Okay, there is two headers. So the first one, this is the name until the two dots. And here is the value. Okay. So that's the only thing that you need to do. You need to copy until here, and you put it here, and then you copy the second part until the comma, and you put it here. Okay. Then you have the other one, which is the API key, which will be for every single one of you guys. Okay. So you just grab everything all the way through, copy, and paste it here. As you can see, I already have it here, and that's it, guys. So this is for the headers. Okay. Then what do you have? Okay, so this is kind of like the authorization part. Then you have the query strings. Okay, the query strings is the fields that you want to pull out from, every API that you want to do. And this is normally always the same thing. So if you know how to do this one, you'll do the other one for sure. Okay, so then we go to parameters, which is query in make.com. And as you can see, guys, sometimes this is kind of a thing about RapidAPI. Sometimes there is kind of text on the black kind of background. I don't know why they don't change this, but just sometimes you need to like fill out everything and select everything in order to read it. It's kind of a bump, but it's what it is. So the first one is the query, and as you guys can see for the names, this is normally at red you have the examples. This is probably the keyword that search for the job: web developer in Chicago, marketing manager. And you can read here, it says free-form job search query. It's highly recommended to include job title and location as part of the query. Okay, so as you guys can see on our case, we will go here, and here is the query string. You add one, it's add a parameter, and you'll write query. So you always write like this. You copy this on the top, which is the names of the values, and then you give the values that you want based on the examples. So we copy and paste query, and then it tells me to choose a keyword, and this is the example. So what I did was I choose query, and I put a value Google Ads in UK, which is pretty similar for web development in Chicago. Okay, and then what I did was, and you have to come down and you can choose a lot of stuff. So for example, in this case, you can choose how many pages it scrapes. We will let just one because they are the fresh ones, but you can put like two. As you guys can see, allowed values from 1 to 100 pages. So it's a lot of API. In that case, you probably have to pay it, but we just choose one. You have number of pages here as well that actually charge for request. And you have to read it. For example, date posted. It just says the find job posted with the time you specify. So this is really important for us because we want the fresh ones. I don't want all of them, I just want the fresh one. So in this case, I choose 3 days, and as you guys can see, you do the same thing. You copy date posted, as you guys can see here, date posted, and I choose 3 days. You can choose week, month, today, for example, if you just want it today. I think 3 days is plenty of, it's a really short frame, but it's also not whole, where probably people already have someone. So I think 3 days is a really good point to start, but it's up to you. You can just start with today, okay? And then as you guys can see, there's another fields like you can choose full-time and contractor, and it's the same thing. If you want to use this field, you just come here, you add a parameter and the name, you come here, you choose employment type. If you want to do it, you copy, you put it here, and then you choose whatever, like the example, full-time contractor, so I want, for example, full-time. And this is how you do it, okay? Now I don't want that, so I will close it, but this is how you add a new field, okay? Everything else, you don't need to touch anything, okay? Parse responses, timeout, anything else, and that's how you do it, and how that basically like the key value inside of Rapid API is if you know how to do this one, and I just show you on the video, you can actually grab everything else, like Indeed, whatever API you find here, most of them, because some of them will have authorizations, specific authorizations, and that is a little bit more complicated, but I would say 90% of them is exactly what I did. You just have to come here, check if it's a get or a post, check the URL, check the headers, and then go to parameters and choose the parameters on the query that you want. That's pretty much it, guys, okay? So I'll put okay, and if I run this module only, let's see what happens if you grab something. As you guys can see, it's in green, and it's a 200 code, so it fetched something. So let's see the data here. As you guys can see, it fetched 10 of them, and let's see one, okay? So here's the first one, Kairos recruitment, full-time, and again, guys, Google title, Google Ads Specialist. That was exactly the query that I was looking for, okay? So it seems to working pretty okay. Job, city, and fourth. So let's see, let's see if it's in the UK or not. I hope it's on the UK, because you need to change something, but it's, yeah, Cheshire, England. So that's correct as well, okay, guys? So it seems to work pretty fine, okay? So that's kind of like the most difficult part of this automation was this query, okay? Then, again, I will go pretty quickly, but again, if you are on our community, just grab all the stuff below, because you can just go and follow. So then we have an iterator. So basically what happened is, as you guys can see, this is just one bundle. And then you have all the arrays as a collection below. So we need to grab all of these. If you continue running, for example, ChatGPT, it will only run one, because it's on one bundle. So how do you grab that data? With an iterator. So as you can see, enters one and multiples come out. So you click iterator, you choose the data field, which is the one with all the data. You choose this one here, because you want to grab all of these, okay? So you click OK. Then what we have is a ChatGPT normal competition with GPT-4 system. And basically, again, I will put this prompt below if you guys want to change it, but this is specific for us. And basically what it says, like, I just want to explain ChatGPT what type of job I want to search for, and what are the ones I do not approve, okay? So basically I just say, hey, I run a Google Ads agency. I will supply with a job description, and your work is to see if it's a normal company or not, and if it's a good match. And then it just says, write approve if it's a good match, not approve it's not. Give me a justification for it, which is really important, so you can see why ChatGPT approved or not. And we also ask, like, give us like an open liner, like a sentence to use on, we use like personalization our email, which is really cool. Sometimes not as great, but is most of the time 9% is good. And then we say to have the output as a JSON like this. If you guys want to freeze the video just to see it, this is the JSON output that we normally do, just because it puts everything more organized, okay? And basically we choose what we want. So on our JSON we have approve and approve or not approve, justification, insert the reason, icebreaker, insert the copy that he made above, and then these two are dynamics. We want also the company and the job title to go, okay? And then these just never deviate from the JSON and so on, okay? Then we have another stuff, which is the rules, like companies that are not a match, digital marketing agency, marketing company, recruitment, etc. And then from the company name we have try to find a common name of the company, and if for example we have LLC, just please remove it, okay? And then here is what we give to him. We give the company name, the job title, and the description. So ChatGPT will read everything, and he will determine if it's approved or not approved. Okay, again, I will leave this prompt on our community below, so you just copy and paste it and change to web design, whatever you want. Okay, and the temperature is 0.3, max tokens 4000. Okay, then we parse the JSON, basically just to we ask for a JSON, we need to parse it, so it's just the results, because it gives like a code like this and it will be more clean. So we parse them, and then what we do is that we only pass the approved ones. The not approved, I don't want to pass them. So we just prove the one. So the field approved, as I can see now, here is an example of a company that's approved. Only if it's approved, we will continue. Okay, if it's not approved, it's a recruitment company. We don't want that. Okay. After we approve, we go to Perplexity AI, and basically the only thing of Perplexity is to find the domain, because we need the domain on Apollo to find the email and the person. So what I ask is that check the company name, check the description, and just see if you can find the domain of the company. And most of the times Perplexity can do it, so it's pretty easy. And then basically what happens is that we have two Apollo APIs. So if you don't know what Apollo is, it's just he finds emails online. You have a huge database. It's one of the best in terms of database. So we use the API of Apollo. And again, there is a couple of things here. Again, if you want to pause it, because this is specific, you need to go to the API of Apollo to know it. But this is the search for people. So we search for the people first, and then the email. It's 2 steps. Okay. So as you can see, this is all grabbed from the API about them, and here is just a string that is also given from the Apollo API, where basically we give the organization name. Okay. And person title, we just want the owner, CEO, and founder, and we want 2 people per page. Okay. So basically that's it. You guys can, again, I will leave this on the community, but you need to do this in order to find the people. And then basically we have an iterator. It's just, again, the same thing. It just give you one bundle. You need the arrays to go one by one. So as you guys can see, we just come here and we choose this one here, body people, because inside the people there is all the information, as you guys can see, from one person. Okay, and we want more than one, so we need to one input a lot of outputs. Okay, then what we have is a filter that says people need to exist. So basically what we do is like the first name needs to exist. If it doesn't exist because there is no person, sometimes it happens, there is no company on Apollo, they don't find it, so we put people need to exist and we choose the first name. You can choose last name if you want, because it will not appear either way. Okay, then the second part is, again, using the same thing. We need to match a person with the email. Again, this is made with the API Apollo. You need to follow this stuff, and then is the theme that we give the information from the iterator, which is basically all of these. We choose first name, last name, organization name, LinkedIn URL, ID, and domain, and boom, it will give you an email. Okay, then the same thing, the email needs to exist, so we just put like the email here, as you guys can see on person. In this case, for example, the field one, it doesn't have an email, which doesn't make sense to us, so it needs to exist. Okay, in this case, field will not pass because there is no email. Okay, so we'll go, and then this step here, you guys can remove it if you want. This is just our email validator API, so it just sends the email and we see if it's validated or not. It's an extra step. Some of the times Apollo is fine, but we always have to have a double check, so we use our own API. Again, these two, I will say like most of them all the way to here. So if you want, you can delete these 3, because this is just a variable that this is on JSON format, and then we just split the email here as well. Okay, but basically if you want, you can delete all of these 3 and just use Apollo all the way to instantly if you want. Like we have this step here, we basically checks our block list if we already have the email there, so it goes to domains, you see if there is any domain there. If it already exists, it will not continue because you already probably contact people. But you don't need this step, because if you only have one campaign on instantly, for example, instantly will know if there is a duplicate or not, so he will not continue if it's a duplicate. Okay, but for us it's perfect to just check our block list and doesn't send the email if it's already there. Then it goes to our instantly account, it goes to this campaign, which is UK job post PPC, sends the email, the first name, last name, organization name, icebreaker. Okay, the personalization was that first line that we asked ChatGPT to make, and it sends all the information, sends the website, and then there is a custom variable that we send here, which is the job title, because we on our copy we have, hey, I saw that you are looking for and there is dynamic. It says exactly the name of the job title that they're looking for. So it's way personalized, right? Like if I say, hey John, I saw that you're looking for a PPC marketing manager for your company. Hey, we actually can do that job way cheaper and way better. Okay, so that's the thing. That's what we put. We give all the information to instantly. Again, simple connection to your email platform. You give all the information of email, first name, last name, personalization. Then again, this is an extra step. You don't need it. We just add, if it's like if it was not on our block list and goes here, we just send to the block list again. Okay, and then finally, it's just a Slack message that says, we just have a new one. I can show you one here. For example, it says we just contact a new lead from Adzuna. Here the name, job post. We actually added pretty recently the LinkedIn as well for today, so we will test the LinkedIn to just have a double contact with them. But this is the the notification that we give. So every day at 9, we just woke up with a lot of contacts, and if we want to 10x this, we will have a lot of emails sending, and this is full automated. You don't have to do anything. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I already run it today, so I don't know if it will run again, but I will try to run it one time. I think probably give an error because we already did that today. But let's see if it works, or if you have any emails sometimes. That's the thing. That's why you need a lot of these, like Google Ads, Facebook Ads. In our case, right, if you are a web developer, you can use other words. But this is really important because sometimes there is no emails, or most of the jobs are like recruitment companies. And as you guys can see here, for example, today there was 10 companies and they were not approved by ChatGPT. Okay, and if I come here, I can actually see it, that not approved, and you actually can see Kairos Recruitment is a recruitment company, is not a normal company. Okay, so as you guys can see, none of them were approved by ChatGPT, but this is our CDR, so it just works automatically, right? It only approves the one that we want. Let's see the second one. Prime Digital is a digital marketing agency, which is not a good match, okay, because it's a competitor of ours. So he's already doing his job, so sometimes that's why it's good to have like 10 of these automations, because sometimes you grab something from Google Ads, like in 10, we probably get like 1 or 2 leads for each query every single day, right? Because some of them are recruitment agencies, as you saw, are marketing agencies, and it doesn't make sense for us to go after that, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much the updated version of Indeed. And again, it will search all the job search, so it's even better. It goes for exactly the keyword that you want. It grabs the email, it goes to an email sequence, it validates the email, and again, it sends emails and follow-ups 24/7 without us even touching it. So if you like this video, guys, and you are not on our community, please just check below this video. Will be a link for it. And again, if you are checking this on our community, you will find all the resources below this video, like the full automation, so you just have to import it, the full prompts, everything, like all the codes, all the text, everything that you need will be right below this video. So if you guys like this video, please just like and subscribe. It will help us a lot on our channel. It's really small, but we are starting out, so really appreciate if you guys can give some love. And if you are on our community, feel free to comment and with any questions that you guys may have. And I hope to see you on the next video.